Wow, so Luckiest Girl Alive is honestly such a powerful, hard-hitting, hard-to-watch movie at points, so definitely know that and bear that in mind when you decide to watch it. But Mila Kunis, I have to say, gives the performance of her life. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Lifestyle Critic. I hope you're having a brilliant day. So in this video, we are going to be reviewing Netflix's brand new movie released, Luckiest Girl Alive, which is a mystery drama thriller movie based on the popular novel of the same name written by Jessica Knoll. And she only revealed during the publicity tour of her book that actually she has gone through some of the very horrific things that the lead character Annie has gone through, for example, being gang raped. And she only admitted this, like I said, during the publicity tour, as a lot of her readers were coming up to her and telling her that they actually went through something very similar. So it's just so crazy that actually this experience is just so common across the world. And the film was going to be produced by Reece Witherspoon and her production company, but for whatever reason, that kind of fell apart. Now we have a new team creating this film, and they did a really, really good job as it tells the story of a girl who has gone through some horrific, horrifying experiences when she was in high school, and it explores how she is dealing with it both in the past and in the present. And I have to say, the start of this movie was a little bit slow, but then you understand why, as they really are setting the scene of a lady who seemingly has got a perfect life, and it is putting the pieces of this together so that you can see this, but then you can also see that she is harboring a very deep, dark secret, which at first you're not really that sure what it is, but then as the movie progresses, you learn more and more about it. The cinematography really does mean that you can feel it and experience it with this character, and so it's just so horrifying, so uncomfortable, and you can really feel and relate to all of the trauma that she is dealing with, both in terms of the past and in terms of the present, as it is just so much PTSD that the character is going through in the present. And I love the fact that they really do show that she is trying so hard to push this feeling. And they do say in psychology, you know, if you do push things down and you don't deal with it head on, then it will just come out in very dark other ways, which you do kind of see with this character, which, like I said, is really, really uncomfortable to watch. But I have to say, Mila Kunis just did such a good job in terms of presenting all of that, as you can really understand and sympathize with this character completely. And in the first half of this movie, the constant time jumping between the past and the present, I thought got a little bit monotonous, but when it was happening in the second half and you can see what the twist is with this film, then it is just so gripping, and you're literally on the edge of your seat just seeing what on earth is going to happen next. And I just think the social commentary on people not speaking up, I think, is just so fascinating. And you do get to see the myriad and full spectrum of reasons that the Annie character did this, but also you can relate it to other people who don't speak up about traumatic things that happened in their past. For example, because of social conditioning, you're worried what people might say, you're worried people might not believe you, other people creating further lies about what really happened, fear of rejection, bullying because of other people's lies as well. And like I said, because of that, you can see that this character just kept it all inside of her. But then the character Annie herself even says that, you know, there is a rage burning inside of her. And then she is even questioning the life decisions that she has made. Is that really what she wanted? Or was she just doing what she thought everybody else wanted for her? What she thought was the right thing for her? And is this really what she wants to do? And on that point, I love the last scene of her and her boss, where her boss is like, look, just work out and identify what it is exactly that you want, and then just don't stop going for it, which I think is such an empowering lesson. And on that point, in terms of the story arc trajectory, I think it really is nice that you do get to see this character being really triumphant, considering all of the trauma and traumatic experiences that she has had to go through her whole life. And the final scene with Mila Kunis is just pure class, and you really are rooting for this character, and you really are able to see that this character really has finally found her strength, which I just think is such a nice moment. I mean, some of the topics you have obviously seen in other TVs and movies. So for example, 13 Reasons Why, Mass and Desperate Hour, but the Luckiest Girl Alive definitely does it in a brand new way. And I also love the coping mechanism aspect that you really do explore with the Annie character in terms of how she has had to deal with all of this stuff over these number of years. For example, just making it seem as if on the outside everything is perfect, everything is fine, and she is doing exactly what she wants to do and is just having this perfect life, which, like I said, is just such interesting social commentary, especially from an Instagram social media point of view, in terms of people depicting a perfect life, but actually the reality couldn't be further from the truth. And it's just so nice when you see the Annie character really plucking up their courage and the strength to really stand up for herself and go for what she really, really wants. So this movie ended in a really, really great way. But like I said, the first half of this movie was a little bit difficult to get through, as it was a little bit slow and a little bit dull. But like I said, from the second half onwards, when you find out what really happened to this character, I just think from that moment onwards, it is just going upwards and it just does not stop. And so for all of those reasons, I'm going to give The Luckiest Girl Alive a solid 7 out of 10. Now, I'd love to hear what you thought of this film, so please let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in my next video.